Hey, how you doing? Good morning. Welcome to another time here, another time to pray. Thanks for making it. Thanks for coming. Uh, so we'll lead ourselves in a place of praying, and I've been looking to Daniel. Been on Daniel 6:10 for a while now. So let's look at it. Probably last, or maybe we'll do one more tomorrow to close out Daniel 6:10. And it's just talking about, I'll read it again, and then no, we know that. It says, now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went home, and in his upper room with his windows open towards Jerusalem, he knelt down on his knees 3 times that day and prayed and gave thanks before his God, as was his custom since early days. You know, the important thing there is the fact that it was his custom. He didn't just go to the place of prayer when he had a crisis. It was a custom. It was something he was accustomed to doing. It was habitual. He had been doing it from early days. It has now become a part of him. I love a quote that I did post earlier on today, and talks about the fact that lazy people are waiting for inspiration. Amateurs, that's the word he actually used. Amateurs are waiting for inspiration. Oh, I don't feel like praying. Oh, when I feel like praying. Oh, yeah. You only pray when you feel like praying, huh? You pray when it's when there's motivation to pray. That someone is chasing you, then you run to the place of prayer. When everything is okay, you don't pray. Right? You pray only when there is a motivation, there's something you want to get out of it. There's an occasion. Like people that only go to church when it's Easter, Christmas, New Year. That's the only time they go to church, right? Those are amateurs, those are children, right? Spirituality is not for people like that. Those are religious people. Those are people that don't know where they're coming from. They don't know where they are, and they don't know where they're going to, right? Spirituality is not something we do by feeling. It's not something we need inspiration for. It's something that we make a judgment concerning. We make a judgment of what is right, and we do it. You make a judgment of what is right and you do it. That is spirituality. Spirituality has nothing to do with your emotions. It has nothing to do with, I feel like praying. I don't feel like praying. I feel like going to church. I don't feel like going to church. And that's stupidity, right? That's religion. Right? That's religion. That's not spirituality. That won't take you to heaven. And you're not going to win in this life with that. If you want to win in this life, you have to make a judgment of what's right. Make a judgment of what is right and do it. You get off your butt and do it. You have to ask yourself, how's the best way to leave my day? Do I just jump on my day? Or there's something I need to do before I jump out? It doesn't make a difference if I pray. It has nothing to do with whether I feel like praying or not. It's me asking that question. Does it make a difference to pray? And then relating, adjusting, and working my life according to the answer to that question. Life was lived by judgment, not feeling, not necessarily inspiration, not necessarily emotion. It's a judgment. You have to make a judgment of what is right and do it. It has nothing to do with feelings. Feelings is for children. As you become an adult, as you become a professional, as you grow up, as you mature, you make judgments, not lead by feelings. Yeah, feelings are good. Oh, feelings are good. It's good when your feelings, agree with your judgment. Great. If they agree with your judgment, great. But feelings are not the things to make you start or motivate you, right? You are motivated by judgment. Your feelings will follow. You don't follow your feelings. You follow your judgment. Your feelings will follow. Make your feelings follow your judgment. Don't make your judgment follow your feelings, right? That's what adults do. That's what mature people do. That's what spiritual people do. They make judgments and they follow after their judgment, right? So Daniel was accustomed to praying. He decided, he made a judgment that prayer would help him. Prayer was the way for him to go. So he prayed in season and out of season. He prayed when everything was okay in his life. He prayed when everything was not okay in his life. He prayed when everything was stable in his life. He prayed when things were not stable in his life. He prayed when he was not confused and he could think straight. He prayed when he was confused and he could not think straight. He made a judgment that he could not live this life except by and with the help of God. And Jesus Christ says, we can do nothing without me. You can do nothing without prayer. You can do nothing without fellowship. Do you agree with that? Like, thanks for praying. Just as we're sharing earlier on, is we need to live our lives by judgment, right? Not feelings. Even as we go into the new year, 2023, you need to make your mind up to live your life by judgment, not by feeling. If you're going to make it in 2023, 2023 is going to be the best year you've ever heard. You need to make up your mind to live it by judgment. You know, ask yourself, judge 2023, right? What will make 2023 my best year ever? What do I need to start doing now to make sure that my 2023 will be my best year ever? You don't wait until 2023 comes. Start making that decision now. Like my mentor would say, always finish the day on paper before you start it. That's the way to have a perfect day. Always finish the day on paper or the week on paper before you start it. That's the way to have a perfect week. Always finish the month on paper before you start it. That's the way to have a perfect month. Always finish the year on paper before you start it. That is the way to have a perfect year. If 2023 is going to be your best year ever, you need to judge it. What do I need to do? What do I need to accomplish? What do I need to get that will make 2023 my best year ever? What do I need to get or do in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December to make 2023 my best year ever? Don't wait for the feelings. It's a judgment. You gotta judge it. What do I need to do? What do I need to get? Put it down on paper and begin to also judge what do I need to start doing now to make it a success. Begin to do it, right? Life is not lived. The perfect life is not lived by feelings. It's lived by judgment. You make a decision as to what you want to do, then go and execute it. Emotions, feelings will follow action. Just as action follows feeling, but then those are actions that are not directed. Emotions follow action. Those are emotions that are directed and focused towards a goal, right? So, but it's your choice. You have to make a judgment concerning your life, right? Your life is not going to be a success or a failure by chance. It's going to be a success by judgment. If you don't judge it, there's going to be a failure, right? Don't forget again, if you don't plan to succeed, you're planning to fail, right? Making a plan is a judgment. You judge your life as to what you want it to come out to be. That's what Daniel did about his life. He made a judgment that for me to succeed in Babylon, in a strange land that is not my own, a place I've been brought into slavery, I'm going to have to pray. I'm going to depend on God. It's going to take God for me to succeed. Then I have to have this essential union with him. That's the only way I'm going to succeed. That's my success formula. Daniel made a judgment. That was his success formula. And he lived it. He followed after it. He was faithful towards it. It's always difficult to start, but once you start, it becomes a habit. Your emotions follow. Your whole of your life become ordained around it. That's how you form habits, right? You form the habit. The habit makes you, right? So you need to form the right habits, and the way you form the right habit is to make a judgment and begin to do it, right? From a neuroscience point of view, when you make a judgment and begin to do it, you begin to form what we call neural pathways in your brain, right? And as you form them, once you form them, cut them enough, they later on have a life of their own. But you have to do the starting, right? This is the way you form a habit, right? So make a judgment as to what will make your life successful and follow through it. Make a judgment from a spiritual standpoint. How much you need to pray, how much you need to study. Make a judgment concerning your finance. How would your finance prosper? What do you need to do to make your finance prosper, right? What are you going to do with everything that comes into your hands? Do you have a financial plan? Are you planning to follow through with your financial plan, right? Do you have a budget? Are you planning to follow through with your budget? Do you have a plan for your marriage? What do you need to do to make your marriage a success? You have a plan for your children. How do you plan to make them a success, right? You have a plan for your extended family. What do you need to do to make it a success? You have a plan for yourself, your health. What do you plan to do to make it a success, right? Make a judgment for 2023, and God will help you. Thanks. My time is up. So we're gonna have a great remainder of today. Tomorrow we'll meet again. Be our last meeting for this year, 2022. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for a good year. And we're going to have a great year coming next year. All right. God bless you. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.